Another monumental season is unfolding as we crest the halfway point tonight, and Atlanta Short is the stage. What will the bumpy start and the fishbowl have in store for us? Will the Joker merge be an issue? We'll find out together tonight, live on ASN. Next. Our venue for tonight's race is virtual Atlanta Motor Speedway. Opened in 1960, North American Simulated Auto Racing has visited this circuit since 2018C. 0.68 miles in length, the Atlanta Short layout has always boasted exciting starts and fierce battles. The infamous fishbowl and the fast Joker merge are a challenge in their own right, but the course's slow and technical nature leaves little room for error this evening. In NASA Rallycross, our format is as follows. We're finishing open practice shortly, which leads us into a 3-lap solo qualifying session that splits the field equally into 5-lap heat races. With the Joker lap taken once tonight, our top 2 will transfer automatically to the feature, and the winner will get 3 bonus points, the runner-up getting 2. The rest of our drivers will be sent to a semi-final race, or semi-finals, depending on our driver count, and also 5 laps with 1 Joker. The top 2 will transfer to the feature, and the winner receives a bonus point. This sets the grid for our 10-lap feature race, where the points are awarded and trophies are handed out. And unique to NASA Rallycross, 2 Jokers are taken during the feature, with the top 3 drivers from tonight's event granted access to Saturday's race with the supercars. The 26th season of NASA Rallycross Contenders continues tonight live on Automotive Sports Network with Bryan, Sawyer in the production truck next to me in the commentary box. My name is Justin Robichaud as we welcome you to virtual Atlanta, Georgia. The NASA Rallycross Challenge is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. Thank you, OSS, for your continued support of NASA Sim Racing. Cameras all season long on ASN are brought to you by Whiplash Sim Cams. To have your sim racing broadcast cams covered, be sure to check them out at facebook.com/WSimCams. And finally, the intro music for NASA World Feed is produced by Alex Abetti. Hey, Bryan, we're like at the halfway point. It looks like Joshua Darnell is just going to run away with the season tonight. There's a fierce battle for the second place and beyond, but it's just a Sleigh Pex Racing brawl. How are you tonight, and how are you feeling about Atlanta Short?
Hey, Justin, I'm great. I hate this track, but I know a lot of people love it. It's a lot of people's favorite. It's just a very technical track. But yeah, it is looking like it's Josh Darnell's season, but it might not be Josh Darnell's night. I mean, Zach Goddard is running about a tenth and a half faster in practice here. He's definitely got the pace. He could do the upset. Darnell's got a few race wins in a row, so Goddard might be breaking the streak tonight.
Yeah, interesting here. He's come in and has been a bit quicker in practice a few nights or a few rounds this season so far. Just comes up short, gets into a little bit of an issue, what have you, during races and can't make it happen. We'll see if tonight can be that race. Atlanta Short, certainly a very different track on our schedule. We'll take a quick look. Speaking of schedules, of programming notes, Torque Sport Car Series Season 6, Round 1 at Daytona is going to be this Thursday, October 3rd at 8 p.m. Eastern. You're going to have Victor Valley and Josh Mertz for that one. I will be in the car. It's going to be a blast. You're going to want to tune in for that. The GT3 racing is going to be fantastic. The field looks phenomenal, so there'll be racing for everyone there as well. NASA Rallycross Supers Round 5 at Atlanta Short, October 5th at 2:30 Eastern with Josh and Bryan. You'll catch that one on Saturday in your afternoon. This will be the top 3 from tonight's evening. We'll move on there as well. It'll be a great race. You won't want to miss that. And then on Sundays, the following NASA Rallycross Features and Lights, round number 6 at Daytona on October 6th at 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern. respectively. Ethan and Victor for that one. It's going to be a fantastic round. Those lights have been feisty all season long. The penalties have been raining in. The battles are brutal. You won't want to miss it. NASA Rallycross Contenders, and we will be back here again for round number 6. Also in Daytona, it is a Daytona race next week, October 7th, 9 p.m. Eastern. Bryan and myself for that one. It's a heavy field with torque picking up on Thursday nights. You're going to be catch your racing 5 nights a week, or 4 nights a week, basically. So it's going to be great. We'll pull up our points next. Joshua Darnell, I believe, has a solid lead on this series. 84 points. Oh, yeah. It's like a 23-point lead over Eric Dubois in second, barely holding on ahead of Matthew Grove with 59. And then it's a little bit of a battle there from 4th to 6th on Jake Robichaud, Zachary Goddard, JP DeFino, 49, 48, and 42 respectively, or 4th, 5th, and 6th. And then it's Jeff Cartwright, Ed Boyles, and Olivier Rateau, with Daryl Young sitting in top 10. Finish off the standings there. Team standings this evening. Let's see where we're sitting there. Slapex Racing Ford, 183 over the 134 of Slapex Racing Subaru. Saints and Sinners Racing Subaru by TWS sitting at 115 with Turtle Motorsports. Mika Esports, Red Beaver Racing, Klaus Kreutzer Racing, TWR Subaru Squad, and Yes2 Motorsports with Vice Motorsports rounding off the top 10 there. The battles are good in the mid-pack. Should be interesting all season. Manufacturers should be Ford, I believe. It is 112 for Ford, 87 for Subaru, 10 for VW. A very interesting split. We've not seen the Ford take a lead this big in a long, long time. Not since before the modern era, Pioneer era, if I'm not mistaken. But that will continue tonight with Joshua Darnell's dominance, no doubt, as he's taken back that lead spot in practice by about a half a tenth. So I'm going to push that forward there now. So Joshua Darnell, our fastest in practice by a narrow margin. It's by about 6, maybe 7/100ths of a second here ahead of Zachary Goddard. So can Zachary Goddard shake some of those Contenders' mistakes, those issues on a track like Atlanta Short, and bring it home this evening as we get ready here for qualifying here, Bryan? Anybody you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for Olivier Rateau. I've been rooting for him all season. He's been getting better and better. Last week looked like he was going to do great, and then he got at the short end of an accident. And I'm hoping he has Charlotte. The same success he's been having. Yeah.
Yeah. Charlotte does do that to people. I've been the benefactor, I guess, of some bad luck in Charlotte myself. You get that turn 1, the turn 2. It's an easy place to get into some incidents, especially if you don't get a good position in qualifying, because that can be very detrimental too if you don't get a good position off the start, which is pretty crucial here too, Bryan, with that little funnel that you get into those first 2 right-hand corners, and people want to keep it nice and tight, and then you get a jump too, so you got to get that car straight, and especially if you're hitting some traffic, you want to get it done early over that jump because you don't want to be side by side. We've seen some nastiness happen before over the jump.
Yeah, this is another one of those tracks too where I prefer the second or third spot. Not maybe the third, but the second spot. It's kind of like Iowa or IRP, where the outside line usually gets a better run. But in this case, at the start, there's a huge bump on the inside that the first place grid has to contend with, and they can set your car off and send you right into a wall real easy.
Yeah,
I'd rather fight for first than
big time.
Hit the
yeah,
bump.
You lose a lot of time, so you really have to hold your ground on the inside. It can make things a little bit messy, especially over the jump for sure. So, but positioning very, very crucial off the starts here.
We got Darnell and Goddard both starting their final lap. They're only about a 10th off of each other.
Oh, interesting. Not very far at all. We got 0.165 is Goddard behind.
Goddard's going.
Oh, well, here he goes. The 35.956 from Goddard. He'll set the fastest lap here tonight and dethrone.
Darnell just saw that. And
that's
Darnell's
gotta be close because that's identical.
Yeah, that is phenomenal. Darnell is on his last lap, so he's got to know. So he's halfway through. Hopefully he's green on his Delta.
We'll see what he has.
Otherwise,
here
we have identical pole times. That's incredible. And we got nothing better.
Darnell, he doesn't improve on that one. So, yeah, we have identical lap times. Goddard has it somewhere. So down there in the fourth or fifth decimal point, there's a number higher than Darnell's, but Goddard is going to take pole position here tonight. It looks like, for the time being, unless anybody else has something in store for us. We got Grove still out on the track here.
Looks like your dad's still out there too. He's on his second. Right. Grove's on his third, so we'll watch Grove finish up his run.
And Matthew Morris in the 364 also on his first lap time as well, looks like. Yes, he's still flying out there on his first lap. And Steven Moreau
on track now. Yep.
Jumps out. You're right. I saw that at the same time as you. He hopped in there and fired out as well. So we'll see if the number 22 has anything in store for us tonight. That Subaru rounding that first corner over the jump. As we're on with Robichaud now. Rounding the dirt. Final couple of corners.
Morris takes fifth.
Corner 6 and 7. Ooh, interesting. Right up to fifth is Morris with a 36.5. Still has one left for us as he goes through the fishbowl. And that dirt sweeping left-hander, a very intricate part of this course. It is fast, but you talk about technical. You want to be very, very, very light on your right foot. Keep that grip going in that dirt section because it's very important.
Yeah, especially in that hairpin. You don't want to rip the handbrake like a lot of people do in here. If your best lap, you want to get that thing. Just turn slightly, kind of slowly power through the turn. You want to roll onto the gas. Just keep the traction.
Yeah.
Yep. You want to keep the traction as much as you can.
Yeah, totally. There's enough off camber, enough of a bowl. They call it a bowl for a reason. It does kind of go up. It has a little bit of a bend into it. And if you can get the car just flicked right, you let the weight do the talking here. As Matthew Morris talk about weight. Got a lot of that weight transferred in that final couple corners. Got rotated. And he's going to delete that. But sits in P3 with a 36.228. Great lap time here as Joshua Darnell sits in, looks like it's going to be P2 to Goddard with a 35.956. When it's all said and done, Matthew Morris jumps to third, though. He's a little bit excited, you can tell there by the body language on track. Steven Moreau, keeping an eye on him. He looks like he finaled off his last lap. It doesn't look like it's going to be anything for the 22. He's going to be 13th here tonight. But Joshua Darnell also... he's out on track. He's got lap number 5 in. So you talk about a driver who's trying to stay practiced tonight. Joshua Darnell still putting in the laps, rounding out every possible second he can out of this 8-minute qualifying session here. Wants to get as frosty as he can. I'm the same. I used to just, I'd run my qualifying laps and then I just put my head down and run it until the sim kicked me out, Brian. I don't know about you.
I like getting off the track. When you get off the track, it lets the session go by faster. Gets everybody moving.
Get the racing going. Absolutely. As we get ready now, we're going to reset, get that surface in, and get ready for heat number 1 here this evening. It's going to be Zachary Goddard ahead of Klaus Kreutzer. We don't have our graphics yet. I'm a little bit ahead of myself.
I'm just waiting for the session to show up.
You're fine. The session's a little slow. I'm a little fast. We got Zachary Goddard, Klaus Kreutzer, ahead of Ed Boyles Jr., Olivier Rateau, and Steven Moreau. This should be a fantastic little start here. We got a few Subarus, a Ford, and a Volkswagen. Gonna be a lot of fun. That Volkswagen's on the outside as we get ready here to go for heat number 1. And it's a great start on the inside from Goddard. He gets out in front early, gets the brakes on in the number 77 of Kraus. Kraus is going to cut off the 30 gate of Ed Boyles Jr., and it's going to be single file over the jump. Wow! Over-rotated is Goddard, and he drops down to third, gives up to Klaus Kreutzer and Ed Boyles Jr. They're going to jump out into first place now. So at the moment, it's going to be Klaus Kreutzer ahead of Ed Boyles Jr. with Zachary Goddard in third. Will anyone joker on the first opportunity? Yes, Klaus Kreutzer will, and it'll be Ed Boyles Jr. ahead of Zachary Goddard in the fishbowl with Olivier Rateau and Steven Moreau behind. And Klaus Kreutzer jokering on the first lap. I think that's probably a great decision. I like to do it first and early. I love it. I love it. I will always do it if I'm in first place or second place, especially if the person in front of me doesn't. He's got some clean air now. He can just focus on his race. So Ed Boyles Jr. being attacked by Zachary Goddard now. If
I'm Goddard, I'm doing everything I can to get past him. The LCQ is not somewhere you want to go.
Definitely not. And Ed Boyles Jr., a little bit of a commitment line violation issue. He doesn't get it. The sim keeps it clean. He's good. Steven Moreau out there now. Klaus Kreutzer is very, very narrowly holding on to this lead ahead of Ed Boyles Jr., but Zachary Goddard now, we'll keep an eye on him as he's sitting in 4th place. Interesting.
I'm still looking at this battle. We're looking at the battle for the first or second, depending on where Goddard winds up.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Joker rotation, absolutely. Ed Boyles gets his out of the way, so we'll see what happens later on here.
We're looking at a Stu. Did Goddard go yet? No, Goddard's an 8-6.
Oh, he hasn't yet.
Gap to the leader. I don't know what the delta is in these cars.
6.5 or 7. I want to say it's like 7 or something, but
it's 9 in the lights. I don't know what we got here.
No, and Goddard smacks the wall here on that double right-hander, 6 and 7, if you will. He's kind of sitting at the back here. We'll see what happens. Klaus Kreutzer still in the lead now against Ed Boyles, but it's very close. Ed is holding it tight.
There he goes.
Goddard, he goes for the Joker, and it's going to be a very narrow one. Will he get in between? He might have to file and settle for 3rd, but he's going to push it to the outside of Ed Boyles Jr., but there's not enough. Ed Boyles takes it late on the brakes. He's on the inside, and he'll take it in the final corner. Ed Boyles into the wall. Takes the mistake. He spinned around. Olivier Rateau aware, has to go around, and it's Klaus Kreutzer with the win here ahead of Zachary Goddard over the jump. Makes it dramatic with Olivier Rateau coming in 3rd, and that's not going to be Ed Boyles Jr. to finish there. Steven Moreau will take 4th place, and Ed Boyles will settle for last after that issue in the final corner, and a dramatic finish here in heat number 1 at Atlanta. Unbelievable racing, Brian. That's crazy.
Talk about doing it on the last turn.
No kidding. Doing it on the last turn is right. Holding his ground, making it an absolute race. Is there a lap left? There must be a lap left.
We just bumped
There is a lap left.
No, it says finished. It says finished. Nope, that was it.
It did. There it goes. No, you're right.
Look at what Josh is doing to us. Josh telling us there's a lap left. Nope, that race is over, Josh.
No, it's gone. That's unbelievable. I didn't think there was a lap left. I thought that was it. Maybe I was wrong, but it was close. It was a great one. Fantastic little battle as we get settled in for heat number 2. It's going to be Joshua Darnell ahead of Eric Dubois and Chris Lunan with Jake Robichaud right in tow. We've got 2 Subarus, 2 Fords. It is a TWRS Slaypex powered race. Despite there being a couple different teams out there, there still should be some hard racing here. We'll see what happens. And we line up and get ready to go here for heat number 2. Oh, that's a great start on the outside quickly for Lunan, but in the second phase, Darnell takes it, and it's going to go too wide. No, Lunan will back out, give it to Dubois. Dubois will take in there and settle in for the second spot. Looks like Jake Robichaud squeezes in and pushes past Lunan for that 3rd position. Now, on the tail of Dubois is Robichaud in 3rd position. Will anyone Joker on the first opportunity? Yes, Darnell and Dubois will. That will leave Robichaud out on the track. Oh, and Lunan does as well. It sure is. Now he can settle his way in. Big time. Definitely, especially with Dubois hitting the wall here on the 6 and 7 corner. If he can get going and get out of the way of Jake Robichaud,
I think he might have just broke his car. We're going to roll that back. I think he just broke his vehicle.
He hit the wall very hard, missed his braking point, got locked up, smacked it. It looked like the tire barrier, but now it's enough to knock off that front
left. Yeah, you can see right there.
Look at that. You can see the tire turned, a little bit to the right, so that car not making its turns at all. Jake Robichaud now just sees a parting. He might be in 3rd place on the track, but we'll see where it is. Joshua Darnell still looking good at the moment. Solid lead ahead of Chris Lunan here, who's holding provisional 2nd place after a non-jokered lap yet.
Yeah, Jake is 10 to the leader, but 7 to Lunan. No. He might have this.
He might. If he can have some good laps.
As soon as he knows he has the gap, you take that Joker. You don't want to risk it. It's hard enough to pass here. You just go.
Lunan struggling just a bit in the fishbowl, or maybe it's just Darnell being very quick and making that exposure. But Jake Robichaud, you have to think he'll take that Joker a little bit later now, and he'll just get some laps in.
Yeah, Jake is 7-4 back to Lunan here, so we'll see what happens. It's going to be a last lap thing.
Down. It will probably be a last lap thing, which is how you want to do it, but we'll see if he can get that pole position and grab that second spot, that transfer spot from Lunan. It's going to be very close. The gap now about 7.5. No joker yet from Jake Robichaud. As we go, it'll be next time around for sure. As Darnell leads here with, I believe this is one to go. I know here in a moment.
Darnell's just getting these practice laps in.
Yeah, one to go here. White flag for Joshua Darnell.
He's hitting good lap times. Just reset fastest lap.
He totally is. It's like the gap's now under 7 seconds here. We'll see what happens. He has to take it now, so we'll let's drop it on to Jake Robichaud as he rounds turn number 3. A little bit hard on the brakes, but he's got no choice. Goes wide, makes that commitment, and it looks like he's going to take it. No problem on Chris Lunan, so he's going to take that transfer spot here in heat number 2. Fantastic as Joshua Darnell rounds it to win heat number 2. No problem here ahead of Jake Robichaud, with Chris Lunan losing out on that joker rotation, and Eric Dubois sitting in the pits will take 4th place and have to battle it out in the semifinals. Fantastic race here to kick things off. Atlanta Short proving to be just as feisty and great for the racing as we thought it would be. Heat number 3, we'll get the rest of them here.
Justin. I want more fishbowl battles.
We got one more. It's Matthew Morris with Matthew Grove ahead of Jeff Cartwright and Daryl Young. It's going to be 3 Subarus and 1 Ford here on the middle. I think Matthew Morris is going to have that inside line. We'll see what happens as we await Matthew Morris's entry onto the grid here. Oh, boy. Matthew Grove, I think, has a great shot at it here if he can get a good launch on and stay committed. But it'll really depend on Matthew Morris's start as we round it up and we get ready to go green here in heat number 3. And we're green, and it's a fantastic launch from Grove. Matthew Morris left in the dust, so Grove gets to go down and dive into first place, and it's too wide, but Jeff Cartwright backs out, leaves that out, leaves Daryl Young a bit of a spot, but he does not go for it. We're going to be single file here. Matthew Grove ahead of Matthew Morris with Jeff Cartwright in 3rd and Daryl Young down. Daryl Young jumps over the sausage curbs through turn 2. So easy to do when you get very quick, and it looks like it's going to be Matthew Grove out on a joker lap. Yeah, just Grove. There we go. As that's Morris and Cartwright side by here, right? That's the side-by-side fishbowl battle we've been wanting all along as we go into the sweeping left-hander. Filing behind is Jeff Cartwright. He's pushing hard into 6 and 7. Will he make something happen? Can he get any run on Matthew Morris? Matthew Morris, very fast TWRS driver, and one we've seen do it time and time again. Jeff Cartwright, a little bit slow, bleeding a little bit of time to Matthew Morris. Will anyone take a joker here on this next opportunity? No. Cartwright does at the last opportunity, and he'll jump in behind Matthew Grove. No, nothing from Young. And that looked like a last-second decision from Cartwright. He saw that Matthew Morris wasn't, kind of flung that over at the last second.
I don't think he liked how Morris sent it through last time. I mean, as much as I don't like this track for racing, I think a well-executed... Oh, Morris into the wall, scraping it, bleeding time.
Oh, Cartwright...
That's not going to help on this joker rotation.
Definitely not, but Cartwright, however, was a little bit loose through turns 2 and 3. That little right-left chicane over the bumps. He was a little bit overzealous on the curbs, bled a little bit of time as well. So we'll see what happens here.
Young takes his joker.
He does, files him behind Jeff Cartwright.
Not by much.
Over-rotates. Jeff Cartwright smacks the wall through 7. Daryl Young doesn't get the weight transfer back on the exit of the joker after that brake zone. Can't make the turn for 7.
Young is having some steering issues. He keeps hitting those outside walls there. I reckon that something is wrong with that vehicle.
Yeah, you have to wonder if he had tapped a wall somewhere. He absolutely did there on that joker exit when he couldn't quite get the car rotated, so you wonder if that would damage.
Morris did not joker again, so he's saving that for that last lap.
Saving it for the end, so we're going to see what happens. I don't believe... Oh, man.
Back to Grove.
It's going to... Oh, man.
By himself.
I think Matthew Morris is going to be able to pip Grove here. If he doesn't, it's going to be a very, very close one for second.
I don't think he's got Grove. He's definitely got Cartwright, though.
You're right. You're right. For sure. We'll see. Matthew Grove dives through the fishbowl for the last time here, but it's Matthew Morris. We're going to watch for a moment as he dives through his Joker over the commitment line a little bit. Will that be a Joker violation?
Oh.
It will not. And he comes out just behind Matthew Grove in the final sector, so he will take the final position. The final transfer spot ahead of Jeff Cartwright as Matthew Grove hits over the jump, and he's our final winner this evening in our heats, ahead of Matthew Morris, who will transfer this evening ahead of Jeff Cartwright and Daryl Young in 4th position. Great job, Matty Grove. Kiddos are going to be rowdy tonight watching that win from you, my friend, as he punches his final ticket here tonight. And the donuts are happening fast. But we are getting ready here for our semifinal round. It's going to be it's going to be packed. Olivier Rateau is the pole position here ahead of Chris Lunan and Jeff Cartwright, Stephen Moreau, Eric Dubois, Daryl Young, and Ed Boyles Jr. It's gonna be hefty. A lot of guys out there. We'll see how this start goes as we rev it up. Get ready to go here, and we're off. And it's a great start from Chris Lunan. Off and away is he, and we've got, there's a little bit of calamity behind. It looks like Ed Boyles Jr. stuck in there in the 3rd and snuck his way in, but we got Daryl Young and Eric Dubois, as well as
we'll go back and take a look at that.
Let's take a look at that.
Well, let's let this develop a little bit. All I know is my man Rateau here survived.
It looks like Lunan is off into the Joker. He's going to leave Olivier Rateau battling ahead of Ed Boyles Jr. here in the fishbowl. So it's a Ford versus Volkswagen battle for the 2nd position as Chris Lunan out and away with one Joker down already, or his Joker down already. Sorry.
All right, let's go. Let's go see if we can see what happened at the beginning there.
Yeah, let's have a look at what happened to them as they're catching up this evening.
Looks like Dubois just went wide.
Yeah, Dubois got, it looked like he got gripped up on the dirt section there over the jump. A little more than he expected. Shot off to the left. Caused a little bit of an issue there.
I think
as
Rateau looks like he just took his Joker. He came out right behind Lunan here. So with how close him and Boyles were, if Boyles gets a good lap here, Boyles might be right on top of them. Oh. Okay. All right, seems I might have lost Justin. Well.
Hello?
That's okay. Oh, no, we got Justin back.
Hey, I'm there. I am having some small connection issues, it looks like, but I am back.
Oh, there it is.
Now Ed Boyles Jr. jumps in on Olivier Rateau and takes that position. I'm not live, it looks like. Now I am. Daryl Young having some issues still, it looks like.
There's an excellent Joker from Boyles there. We're gonna have to see Rateau try and make that pass on track for it.
He will most certainly have to make that pass on track as Ed Boyles Jr. now harassing Chris Lunan with everything he has, because he has to make this pass on track as well. So we'll see if he can rattle Lunan's cage a little bit. This is Lunan's to lose. Top 2 tonight, moving on to our feature as a reminder. So Olivier Rateau is really the biggest to lose here tonight. We'll watch and see. Do we have anybody else left with a Joker? We do not. Our strategies are completely finished tonight, so everyone is going to have to make this happen on track as Chris Lunan now with the white flag ahead of Ed Boyles Jr., who is very, very quick in that 2nd and 3rd sector. He's pushing so hard. The car getting a little bit tight on him, carrying a little bit too much speed, going very deep into the fishbowl as well, bleeding a little bit of time to Olivier Rateau, but there's not enough time yet. Chris Lunan will hold the inside line, which is where you'll want to be. Round the final couple corners here, and it looks like he's going to take the win. He's going to take the checker. Oh, it's very close over the line, though. Ed Boyles Jr. will try to make it side by side, but it's going to be Chris Lunan and Ed Boyles Jr. and Olivier Rateau coming up just short of a transfer spot ahead of Jeff Cartwright, Daryl Young, and Eric Dubois, followed by Stephen Moreau in 7th position. Fantastic, feisty little semifinal there. Wow.
Chris told me
My
he'd pay me $50 if I just focused on him the whole stream. But if he keeps driving like that, he'll get it for free.
He's going to get it, no doubt, if he keeps driving like that. You're right. Absolutely. Wow, what a brilliant semifinal there to keep it interesting. As our final two transfer on, Chris Loonan and Ed Boyles will step aside for just one moment. We'll come back into warm-up and get ready for our feature race this evening in Contenders. We'll be right back.
So interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous.
With your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to nordvpn.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds it.
Side between Beeffield and Paramount. This is going to get spicy.
Turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap, clog at the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. From the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up heading to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. grip strip on the inside. Phil, Wet's had a little bit better run, but looks like Harvey's going to hold his spot.
We welcome you back to round number 183 of the championship overall and round 5 of the 26th season of NASA Rallycross Contenders here in Atlanta with Bryan Sawyer in the production truck. And also next to me in the commentary box, my name is Justin Robichaud, live on the Automotive Sports Network. And a reminder, the NASA Rallycross Challenge is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. Thank you, OSS, for your continued support of NASA Sim Racing. Cameras for tonight's broadcast are always brought to you by Whiplash Simcams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/WSimcams. And finally, the intro music for the NASA World feed is produced by Alex Abetti. And if you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and ring that bell to be notified of our live streams now on Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, along with plenty of shorts courtesy of Jess Rakowski. And if you would like to race in NASA or any of our series, we have something for everyone. All the info is at nasasimracing.com, and if you're an iRacing driver, be sure to get in here, even if just to have a little bit of fun. So, Bryan, who do you think's going to join some Contenders winners here tonight? Myself, Cody Crosgrove, Matty Grove, and Matthew Lindy are some former Contenders winners who's going to join them tonight. Is it just going to be Darnell?
I don't think it's going to be Darnell. I mean, Goddard is
all right.
Goddard is faster again in practice right now. Let me pull up these times.
Right.
Goddard is faster just by a little bit, but still faster in practice. He's starting second, right? I believe he's starting second. No, he finished second in the Heat 1, so he should be starting fourth. So he should be directly behind Darnell. But I think he only finished second there because he got that little rotation on the jump. Had he not done that, I think he would have been right next to Darnell on the line. He's still right next to him, but behind him. But I think he's going to be able to handle it.
You know what? A great take. I think really it's going to come down to Joker's strategy and how it plays out with the top four. If Darnell goes off forward immediately, or whoever takes the first position on the start, whoever takes it right away. I tend to lean on if a fast driver can get out ahead on the first couple corners and then get his Joker strategy out of the way quickly, he's probably going to win the race. Barring any mistakes. But if I see Darnell do that, I'm gonna bank on him to win all day long. But we'll see what happens here. Goddard, yeah, you're right. He's a flat 1/10 faster than Darnell. So if Joker strategy can play in Goddard's favor and he can get some free air, get those 1/10 quicker lap times in, he absolutely has.
Yeah, if you're in front, you just got to get away from everybody. You got to get those Jokers done. Get out of the way.
And do it fast.
You don't want somebody. The Joker margin is so big here that somebody that is slow can just jump in front of you from the back and just ruin your race.
Yeah. But third, fourth, though, Goddard has to play it kind of smart, because if the top three go out and Joker real quick, Goddard plays a very interesting role here where he can just stay out and get some free air without taking those Jokers at all, and maybe take them later and split the field. But
I'm thinking if he can hold his line directly behind Darnell on the start, he should be able to block out people from going to the Joker. He can just hold that inside line.
Definitely, and I'm just watch Darnell.
That Fiesta is just yanking that fishbowl real nice.
I was gonna say that was a very, very nice fishbowl, real tight to the wall on entry and exit. Is Darnell looking very good on this lap here? Is this one that's gonna dethrone Goddard in practice? It's not. It's a 36.687. So having a bit of fun here with warm-up. Just 40 seconds to go. Can Zachary Goddard make those mistakes disappear and pull out his first win and really stop this record-breaking season from Darnell? Darnell may come in second tonight and behind Goddard and still be leading this series, but it would definitely sting a lot to lose that that streak. Even though he said multiple times he's not thinking about it, it's something every driver wants to lament.
Oh, he's thinking about it.
Oh, definitely.
You know,
on a series
it's there.
With this on a series like NASA with stats that are as deep as they
nice.
are.
Look at these teammates.
Some tandem. Look at this go. In practice already here.
Oh, bye, Grove. Bye, Matt.
Getting that out of the way here soon as we round the clock down. Looks like we're going to get that fresh dirt out. Our warm-up is done. And the feature tonight is ready to go. And, oh, boy, it got a little bit dark. I think a cloud covered over, but an interesting take tonight as we have Klaus Kreutzer holding the pole position here in the feature tonight ahead of Joshua Darnell, Matthew Grove, Zachary Goddard, Jake Robichaud, Matthew Morris, Chris Lunan, and Ed Boyles. That's our top 8 for this evening. We've got them 3 by 2 by 2, and it's going to be a crazy start here. Who will get the launch? Will Joshua Darnell take it on the inside and get it on Klaus Kreutzer, or will Klaus get a great launch and hold it open?
We got to go to the blimp. It might be crazy. We got to go to the blimp. It's going to be nuts as we round it up and get ready to go here, Brian, for our feature this evening in Contenders. It's green, and it's a great launch from Kreutzer on the inside as he takes it no problem on Joshua Darnell. But it's, Joshua Darnell, a little bit of a bump, gets swallowed up by the inside. And who's that in third position? It's Zachary Goddard ahead of Matthew Grove here. He's going to hold that position. Great little move up already as it's Klaus Kreutzer, Joshua Darnell. What is the Joker strategy going to look like as we sit inside here with Goddard? It's going to be, whoa! Klaus Kreutzer goes off. Leaves Darnell with Goddard on the track. Raw in the fishbowl. Does Klaus Kreutzer have anything? He does. Matthew Grove followed him behind him too, so he's got some clean air right in behind Klaus Kreutzer. With Jake Robichaud, I think it looks like he took his Joker as well on that first lap. We'll confirm that in a second. He does. Yeah, he did as well. So Chris Lunan. Chris Lunan did too. Look at that. Yep.
So quite a few of our drivers take them right off.
Looks like, did Matt just make the pass on track, or did he go again? I think Matt just went again. Looks like Matt just went again.
Matt went again for sure. So he's going to take our provisional pole here as we cross lap number 2. Fast race
like
here in
just
Charlotte.
took his first one. Goddard comes out right behind Kreutzer.
In fourth position is Goddard now.
Yeah, that's the provisional first spot, though.
Oh, definitely. We don't know yet. There's the half the field taking their Jokers. We really don't know who's leading now at the moment. Joshua Darnell.
It's about to be Kreutzer, but yeah, Kreutzer's actually in first. I think Goddard and Darnell are in second and third.
Darnell's going for his first Joker here. He's going to come right
out in front.
Oh, boy. Well, he's going to come into, looks like third position, or fourth, sorry, behind Jake Robichaud, but he only has one down.
Yeah.
All of these drivers have 2. So
the 2
quite realistically, it looks like he's got it.
Both theirs.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, and if I'm looking at the Delta now, it looks like Joshua Darnell, if he takes his Joker, he's going to take the lead, no problem, ahead of Zachary Goddard. Does not. Zach does. He's going to come out. Is it going to be ahead of Kreutzer? It's not. It's going to be a little bit of a merge. He's going to come behind him, and he's going to have to concede to that second position ahead of Kreutzer. So if Darnell can take the lead with a Joker, it looks like Goddard's kind of stuck now behind the number 77. Both of these drivers' strategies looks like I think it's done.
Or Justin. Or we're going to have a dark horse winner tonight.
Oh, who do you think it's going to be?
It could be Kreutzer. We don't know. He might have the pace. He's running 36 sevens.
Darnell looks like he's quite a bit behind. He's going to take it on the outside. Right as you say it, Joshua Darnell takes his Joker, takes it on the outside of Kreutzer, and goes through turn 6 and 7 and takes that lead by about 2 car lengths.
Well, we're gonna go back and watch that pass because it did not work right on my side.
No, we didn't make it, but this was phenomenal from Darnell as I watch this battle. Still gets it going. Look at this move. Makes it clean on the outside. Unbelievable. He knows that keeping the inside is still quick. There's no runoff for turn 6 and 7, so holding that inside line still very fast as he holds this lead ahead of Kreutzer and Goddard. Goddard just stuck right now behind Klaus, kind of on the outside looking in with Matthew Grove here in 4th place. Just sitting here just in case something happens, but all of our drivers, minus Chris Lunan and Matty Morris, have taken their jokers. So right now you're looking at essentially the running order. Joshua Darnell holding it hard against Klaus Kreutzer, but Klaus Kreutzer needs to worry about Zachary Goddard right now in the 29 as we enter the fishbowl. Door to door on the inside. Oh, this is
I definitely didn't have Kreutzer on my bingo card for a podium tonight. I figured that was provisional pole by a technicality, but he's holding on to pace.
He sure is, as Zachary Goddard smacks the wall on the inside in that dirt left-hander after the fishbowl and gives a little bit of room to Klaus Kreutzer. So there's some breathing room. Klaus can take a breath or two and just kind of hold on to Joshua Darnell, and he's really in for a P2 this evening if he can do it. Matthew Grove right in behind Zachary Goddard just in case something happens, and it's really just single file from there on. A couple seconds back. Joshua Darnell through the fishbowl looking good. Klaus Kreutzer holding on. Zachary Goddard just in... Oh, this top 3. They're nice and smooth. The top 4 even are just right there, a couple seconds back. We got a couple laps to go. Over the jump is Joshua Darnell. We're going to take lap number 9. Klaus Kreutzer, there's no room for error. If any of these drivers make a small mistake, it's over. Looking fantastic through the first couple corners is Darnell, Kreutzer, Goddard, and Grove, our top 4, as we jump into the fishbowl for our penultimate time. Excellent exit is Zachary Goddard on the fishbowl there. He's going to bring it to Klaus a little bit. I still don't think there's enough time, though, Brian.
There's one lap, and he's right there. He's 5/10 off, which it's a small 5/10.
A mistake from the number 77 could give it up, though, but it's Joshua Darnell taking the white flag in the lead here ahead of Klaus Kreutzer and Zachary Goddard. Zachary Goddard making something happen here. Oh, it's down really good. Very close through the fishbowl. There's not much to happen. Goes wide. He's kind of hoping for a good exit here, so he's going to make something happen in 6 and 7 if he needs it. But Zachary Goddard needs to make a move in these last couple corners if he wants something to happen, because it's Zachary... Klaus Kreutzer locks up, smacks the wall, gets into Goddard, and into the wall is Klaus Kreutzer. He gives it to Goddard, and that's it. The top 3 makes the change. Could Grove? He might even lose it, but he doesn't. It's Joshua Darnell winning in the feature ahead of Zachary Goddard and Klaus Kreutzer. Klaus Kreutzer smacking the wall here in the final corner and giving it up to Zach.
Got a little rattled.
Some crucial point. He did. Absolutely did in those final few. Great little battle and not giving up from Zachary Goddard and taking it to the end with Matthew Grove
job by Goddard.
Ed Boyle Jr. in 5. Matthew Morris, Jake Robichaud, Chris Lunan, our top 8 for me. Oh, totally, Brian. What a fantastic drive from the top 2, from the top like the second on back. Really great race. Look at those margins: +2, +3, +3, +6, +7, +11, and +12. That's a great gap from our feature race about how it should be. Fantastic race from Joshua Darnell. We'll try and get our drivers ready here tonight for our interviews.
Will we have Klaus tonight?
We do. Will we? Will we have
Darnell?
We definitely have Darnell.
I'm moving him. Let's see what happens.
And I don't see Goddard either. Oh, Klaus is there. He's waiting. I don't see Goddard either.
I don't see a Goddard either, but we can
on him.
We can go ahead. We can start with Klaus.
Let's do it. Klaus, my friend, do you hear me?
I do.
Hello. P3 tonight. What a race. Talk me through it. It was a great little battle between you and Goddard. Kind of fizzled out in the last couple of corners. Talk me through your race, my friend.
I choked. Yeah, I choked in the last corner there.
Tough to do.
Yeah. I've never been in that position. Those guys are super fast. Josh and Zach have been super fast and consistent all season, and it was nice to see myself up there running that pace. But in the race, last lap, last corner, It's a
just
learning
gets to you.
experience, really, man.
Hey,
My heart
I
was
have
going, and
definitely have been there.
yeah, I was looking in the mirror, missed my braking point, tried to save it with handbrake, and hit 2 walls, and just left the door wide open. But yeah, I'm happy to be here, happy to be on the podium, first podium. So it's a great time.
Absolutely. And like pace every week seems to increase for you. Practice, how's that going for you? Are you just doing a lot of hot laps on your own? Are you running with the TWS guys, getting some tips?
Yeah, so I just started running with the TWS guys, and those guys are awesome, super helpful, helping me out with the paints and all that stuff, and a little bit of etiquette and driving and where to be, where not to be. I really am just started putting time into Rallycross. This season, pretty much the first however many tracks. These are the first times I'm driving these tracks. So
Awesome.
maybe a few days before the race is the first time I'm looking at taking a lap on a lot of these. So yeah, it feels good though. I came from trucks, did a lot of Pro 4 trucks, and I think the Rallycross racing has a bit more respect among drivers than Pro 4 trucks.
Yeah, still a little argy-bargy for sure, but yeah, a little more respect is required with the asphalt, I think, with the grip and whatnot.
Indeed.
But yeah, fantastic race tonight, Klaus. And who would you like to thank tonight for a fantastic performance and a podium finish?
No, I appreciate that. First of all, yeah, glory to God. All the glory goes to God. Without him, we couldn't be doing any of this. So all the glory goes to him. But yeah, my mom and dad, they're probably watching. All the TWRS guys, everybody over at Sim Race Chicago, in Chicago Sim Race Center, they got me into this maybe 6-7 months ago, and those guys are really awesome. So I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. But yeah, and you guys for putting on the show. This is awesome. So much fun to participate in.
Amazing. We wouldn't have a great show without fantastic drivers like yourself. So bask in this. You're gonna have a good point boost. Looking forward to seeing you next week, my friend, and we'll see you around.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, my friend, and have a great night.
Well, Justin, it looks like we got Goddard.
There you go.
So
we do.
Let's give him,
we
let's
do.
give
We'll
him
bring
a
him
try.
up here. All right, Zachary Goddard, my friend. Hello, we have you. Can you hear us?
Sure can.
Hey, Zach, talk me through that race. Feisty is a word we've been using a lot tonight. Even where you were battling hard, it seemed you were battling hard with Klaus there as well. Talk us through your race and how did that go?
Klaus was driving a really good race, driving a nice wide car, putting it right where he needed to where I couldn't find a hole. I got lucky there at the end, to be honest. That was his second place. But I reckon I'll take it.
Fantastic. Joker strategy seemed to be pretty crazy. How were you hoping to take them? Were you hoping to take it a certain way, and did it change for you during the race? Did you have to switch things up?
Last night for the futures, I wanted to take it pretty early. I took it like the first and third lap, and it worked out great. So I wanted to try to mimic that, and I sort of did, but it was kind of sporadic there. Everybody was bunched up. I was kind of just basing off the car in front of me, trying not to follow it too much and lose too much time.
Oh yeah, it worked out great for you, my friend. Started fourth, ended second tonight. Great finish. Who would you like to thank tonight before we send you off this evening?
First off, the wife, as always, for putting up with this, and the NASA crew for giving us the opportunity to run this series, and the JC Academy team.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Zach. Fantastic finish this evening, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week at Daytona.
Yep. See you guys. Thanks.
Thank you. Zachary Goddard, second place, and we'll bring in Joshua Darnell.
Josh Darnell's going to make us PG-13
holding winner. Yeah.
Sorry. You had to out me like that.
Josh, we're bringing you in for our what seems like our weekly interview. Oh boy, too, the broadcast
it's so nice to talk to you guys weekly.
Fantastic exit as well from that fishbowl. You raced phenomenally this evening. Talk us through that race. Talk us through everything. How did it go tonight? Just how better.
I've had back-to-back 7 a.m. shifts for the past couple of days, so I haven't really been able to put in a whole lot of practice. So I've probably done about 200 laps on this track, which isn't, and like the past week, which isn't nearly as much as I used to do. It's just been rough with work. I'm sure you guys understand.
Oh, totally. 100%.
Klaus and Goddard, before I talk any more about myself, ran amazing races and kept me on my toes and honest throughout the entire race. Big shout out to them. That was incredible racing from both of them. Quali, Goddard and I set the same time. Isn't that wild?
Right? No kidding.
So the whole quali, the whole practice session, Goddard and I seemed to be exchanging blows, and it was very intense. I was sweating the whole time. He was a 10 faster than me, and I knew it was really just going to come down to whoever got ahead of somebody first, and where we decided to take our Joker strategies. During the feature race, I saw him. He was behind me on the first lap or the second lap. We took around the track twice together, and he took the Joker on the second time around. And in my head, I had a feeling he was going to end up in traffic, and it seemed like he did, unfortunately. Fortunately for me, and it was able to slow him down. Klaus was able to hold him up a little bit more and run his own amazing race, which was incredibly impressive. But yeah, all in all,
Sometimes
it was a wonderful race.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, I love Atlanta Short. Sometimes the Joker really helps you out, or
the track was 102 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah.
Wow. Yeehaw. Yeehaw.
So, oh, is it, Brian? I'm about to make it PG-13.
Real slidey.
But it was incredible. It was a lot of fun. I haven't been. It seems like as we progress through contender season, there's people who are gaining skill exponentially, which is wonderful to see. It really is. It's a breath of fresh air. I'm happy for the challenge. I'm happy. It's going to only make me more prepared for supers next season.
Oh yeah.
Big shout out to Goddard. Big shout out to Klaus. Happy to share the podium with both of you. It's an honor.
Hell yeah. I know Brian has a question for you. Rip it away, buddy.
All right. I just want to know, when Goddard was coming around, Goddard finished his lap that was identical to yours, but marginally faster when you were about halfway through your third lap. When you see, are you looking at that when it happens, or what's going through your head when you see, oh my God, it's identical? Are you looking at that relative going, you better be green?
So I jumped, when I set out my qualifier, I knew, basically in practice, I set down to 35.7 as kind of like a show of power, almost. It was like I just wanted to hold pole position and make everybody else nervous. Little psychological warfare. When it came down to qualifying, though, I knew that I had to set out just a banger of a lap. And when I hit 35.9 on my second lap, I kind of relaxed. Like, I was like so happy that my very first lap out there was a 35. Like, I was like, that's perfect. That's exactly what I need to do. And then lap 3, I see Goddard hitting a 35.955, the same track as me, and I couldn't believe it. It was so close, it didn't even show me on my time screen. It just said we had identical times. It was nerve-wracking. It was definitely, starting in P2 is, for me, with the season I'm having right now, it's nerve-wracking. It makes me very nervous. It makes me hesitant about what's to come. But it also makes me proud to see how other drivers are improving.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll have to dig into the bowels of iRacing to see what the actual difference is, because the game only shows you 3 decimals, but in depth we can get up to 4 or 5, I think.
Damn, that's awesome. Yeah, I wish it showed me that, but he just threw down a heater, man. Like, he came out swinging. He told me he did like 200 laps practice, and that's what you have to do. That's dedication. And he's going to be, Goddard and Klaus both, I have a feeling, are going to be, if not this season, next season, are going to be frequent flyers of the ASN media pen.
Yeah, let's go. All right. Rockin'. Josh, before we let you go, man, who'd you like to thank?
My mom, my dad. There's been a person I've been wanting to thank for a long time, and I haven't. My friend Mark at Micro Center, he always watches even without me asking him to. He
love that.
is the brother. Okay, he is a bro. All right, I love Mark. Big shout out to Mark. He always supports me. I've been meaning to thank him for a while, and I've just been forgetting. So I'm sorry, Mark. I love you.
That's awesome.
I want to
always
thank
love
my
that
boyfriend
support.
Vance. I think I thanked my parents already. My brother Alex. My other brother Garrett. I love you, G. I love you, Alex. And then all my friends at TWRS. Eric, probably the best coach I've ever had in my life. He guides me through everything. Goes over stuff with me. Makes my paints. And Kim and Chris. Hit them up for a paint job, guys. They're awesome. And then everyone at TWRS, Maddie, Jake, Chris Luna, Klaus, Eric, Steven, all you guys. Evan, love you. It's a pleasure. And to you guys, Justin and Bryan, thank you guys for putting on an amazing show. You guys always run an amazing broadcast. I'm sorry for making it PG-13 sometimes.
Oh, good.
It's always fun. It's always fun. It's always fun.
I had a little spice.
Thanks so much, Josh. Oh, hell yeah. You know you do.
All right, guys, take it easy. Have a great night, all right?
Yeah, you too, my friend. Great win, and we will see you next week at Daytona, my friend.
Thank you so much, guys. Take it easy.
Thank you. Wow, my goodness. All right, let's go over our results this evening, Bryan. Crazy, but Joshua Darnell takes it tonight ahead of Zachary Goddard and Klaus Kreutzer jumping up on top in a podium position here, number 3, with Matthew Grove in 4th and Ed Boyles Jr., Matthew Morris, Jake Robichaud, and Chris Lunan rounding out the top 8 in our feature this evening. We'll jump
I can read the rest. I got the rest. The people that didn't make it. In 9th place, we got Olivier Rateau. Then in 10th, Jeff Cartwright. 11th, Daryl Young. 12th, Eric Dubois. And 13th, Stephen Moreau.
Perfect. Fantastic. Contenders evening tonight. As we take a look at points for the evening, looks like Joshua Darnell is going to even out that lead, 112 over 177 with Eric Dubois. Oh, but it's a tie there. Second place between Eric Dubois and Matthew Grove with 77 points. And then Zachary Goddard up 1 point, or up 1 position, with 70. He's down 7 points to 3rd. So Jake Robichaud in 5th with 63. He's down 1 spot ahead of Ed Boyles Jr. Klaus Kreutzer with our biggest jump this evening with 4 points up. So he jumps into the top 10 with ease into 7th. JP DeFino in 8th, Jeff Cartwright and Olivier Rateau rounding out the top 10 there. Still a fierce battle between them as well. Lots of movement happening this evening. Head over to team points. No doubt a TWRS and Slaypex win. We've got Slaypex on the top 2 with our Ford powered by TWRS with 230 points ahead of the Subaru powered by TWRS with 158, ahead of Saints and Sinners Racing Subaru by TWRS and 138. They're 20 points behind. Turtle Motorsports, Mika Esports, Klaus Kreutzer Racing, Red Beaver, TWR Subi Squad, Yes to Motorsports, rounding out the top 9 with JR Academy in 29th. Tied for 10th, up 1 position there this evening. Not a whole ton of movement. And our manufacturers, Ford 140 over 109 on Subaru with 10 lone points for VW there. It's a crazy battle, but Ford looks like it's going to take it. Ford's going to take it no problem, looks like this season, with Joshua Darnell's brilliant performance. Some programming notes this evening. Torque Sports Car Series season number 6, round 1 at Daytona will be October 3rd at 8:30 Eastern. You're going to have Victor Valley and Josh Mertz for that one. It's going to be fantastic. The racing should be very good. There are a lot of drivers signed up for that series. It's a very fruitful GT3 series with tons of driving for everyone. And then NASA Rallycross Supers with the top 3 from tonight, moving on for round number 5 at Atlantic Short. It's going to be October 5th at 2:30 Eastern with Josh and Bryan for that one. And then Sunday, Rallycross Futures and Lights, round number 6 at Daytona, October 6th at 8 and 9 Eastern, respectively, with Ethan and Victor for that one. It's going to be some fantastic lights action. If you want in on that, be sure to check us out at nasasimracing.com. And we continue next week, round number 6 at Daytona, October 7th, 9 p.m. Eastern. You're going to have Bryan and myself for that one. It's going to be some crazy Contenders action. And we continue with racing 4 nights a week here on ASN. And don't forget, NASA Rallycross is sponsored by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. And cameras for tonight's broadcast were brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/WSimCams. They're fantastic. You won't want to miss it. And finally, our intro music for the NASA World feed is produced by Alex Abedi. And if you like what you see, be sure to subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Ring that bell to be notified of our live streams on Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. You can have racing 4 nights a week with shorts courtesy of Jess Rakowski. And if you like to race in NASA, we have something for everyone here. All of the info is at nasasimracing.com. Bryan, final thoughts this evening as we crest the checkered flag on Atlanta Shore.
I'm impressed with Goddard tonight. I mean, Darnell, obviously, it's impressive what he's doing this season, but Goddard really showing the pace and not losing it when he's right up on the back of Klaus there. Holding it right there, holding it to him, rattling that cage, forcing the mistake, and no contact needed. Can't say the same for myself, but some of you know.
If you watch every race, you might know. But yeah, absolutely fantastic racing, and he did show a little bit of poise tonight, chasing down Klaus. So fantastic to see as the checkered flag has fallen on the evening. From all of us at the Automotive Sports Network, from Jess Rakowski, Victor Valley, Cody Erdman, Ethan Halsey, Josh Mertz, and Bryan Sawyer, my name is Justin Robichaud. We hope you enjoyed today's coverage of NASA Rallycross Contenders from Atlanta. We congratulate Joshua Darnell on his monumentous victory, and we hope you join us on Saturday for Supercars here in Atlanta. And until then, take care.